Hello, my name is Simba Nyemba. I am part owner of Final Bout with Ilya Smolov here.
I'm Ilya. I also work on Final Bout. Do you remember how we came up with Final Bout?
No, I'm trying to think about it. Actually.
We don't know.
It's the Final Bout.
Final Bout is everything that I wanted to do in drifting when I was a kid, formatted into a single weekend that we do as often as we can in the US and in Japan. And it's like the experience that I wanted to live, and it's my attempt, and I think Simba's attempt, to share that experience with as many people as possible.
Welcome to Final Bout. This is the first event of the year. This is our 2020 season. Special Stage South, first time in Texas.
Southwest, baby. Houston, Texas.
For now, all the guys are rolling in slowly but surely, and then I'm going to be going around making sure they're teched, making sure all their cars are good and safe.
We had about 600 applicants apply to drive all the different special stages. We whittled that down to about 340 that are actually driving the various events.
We are Team Spicy Boy.
Our team name is Essence.
Name is Goon Squad.
We are Team Silhouette.
Team Riot Factory.
We are Drift Team HAZE.
We are Getaway.
We are Getaway.
We are Vanish. Our team name is Double Take.
We are Team GLEAM.
Proceed. Capital P, capital T.
Yeah.
Gotta emphasize.
And US Air Final Bout 4, there's only like 98 spots, right? Each special stage is going to be judged.
We are judging right now for exterior of the vehicle.
But also interior and
Wheel fitment and
that's
wheels.
right, and the engine.
There's a lot of cool cars here. There's people put a lot of effort into this. You can tell that they have been up countless nights, like no sleep.
Like, what's going on with your car?
Just getting it to pass tech inspection. It's a 30-year-old car, extremely rusty, and there's not much left on the seatbelt.
You know, people take this a little way too seriously. For me, drifting's always been a focus on just having fun. You know, don't be too serious about it. Just
I want everyone to give their A game out there. Despite what Mark says, this is freaking serious. All right. I mean, these are race cars. People put a lot of money into this. It is the pinnacle of motorsport. Come on.
I mean, like, you can't just, like, show up and not show out.
Yeah.
So we gotta show out.
we gotta
Turn and freaking burn.
Obviously, this is an invite-only event, so we kind of bring the best people, the best cars, the best drivers. You guys are it. We have Team Breakshift. Breakshift, come on up here.
This is Breakshift. They just won Special Stage South.
Final Bout is over. Thank you guys so much for coming. We'll see you again at Horsley Mile, March 15th. We're here at Horsley Mile. It's about to be a Final Bout. All the cars are here. Everybody got unloaded. So I'm pretty excited about it.
I am. I'm doing a little driving today. It's been a long time, and the car's pretty thrashed, but we made some changes, and we'll see. Hopefully it's good.
been
we're about to start the competition here in about a few minutes, and then see who gets to move on from this stage to final bout 4.
But unfortunately, Hammertime had to drop the hammer on
Team Hammertime.
Hammertime.
Yeah. All the cars worked.
No major.
Nothing actually broke.
Yeah, no major
like,
problem. It's awesome. I look forward to more events. Like, yeah.
I'm gonna go to Wisconsin. We're
We're definitely gonna
figure
try
that
to go to
out.
Wisconsin.
Yeah, we're gonna figure that out.
You guys did an awesome job.
All the cool cars,
the hype,
cool driving.
We're sad that there was no crowd because that would have been insane.
Yeah. We live streamed this event. It was our first time doing it, and we decided to do it because we weren't allowing any spectators to come. And the reason is because of the coronavirus. Everybody knows. Everybody's going crazy.
Yeah, so we gotta hang these all over the spectator areas.
Came time to do our central, the way we ended up doing it was we split that event into 4 different events. So generally we would have about 100 drivers for that event, but we ended up splitting it into 4 individual days with about 20 to 25 drivers each. And then that way we ended up having, technically a winner for all the events for each 4, but we ended up having them split out into days, but in the end it combined to our total central events.
We are Team GLEAM.
7 really good cars.
Yeah, I think we all think our cars are the best.
There's 7 of them.
Nice paint, good quality cars, maybe GLEAM.
What is the acronym for GLEAM?
Grandma's
Grandma's
everything about me.
Yes.
just like the other 2 days that we did earlier this month or last month.
I hope. We'll see. Supposedly he's coming out. We had our detectives go and check on him, so they should be.
Those are the detectives over there, I guess?
Yeah, those are our detectives. True. Alright, cool. Yeah, detectives. So yeah, we should hopefully be seeing them come out here in a moment. Put some good runs. These guys are really good. So they're the higher horsepower team.
No Mind is definitely the team to beat. Right
Yeah. first place, which is no mine.
The main thing with like DoriKaiju specifically, it's about teams, and that's the major component about Fun is that we are a team-oriented event. So, and, you know, the team thing is more than just a couple people with cars. It's like true families and how they're putting their style on drifting.
What's cool about it being a team event is that if you don't cooperate and learn how to drive well together, you'll just keep crashing. And so the only way to become a good team is to really create that like family environment. We do take it super seriously, and like we try to execute it as well as we can, and we bring as much professionalism as possible to it. You know, I'd like to think that we make a lot of people really happy. So I think it's like if you're super militant in like the pregame, you know, and like you really can prep like before you get to the big event, it actually makes the event itself like a really beautiful experience.
our team so icy boy.
How'd you come up with your team, man?
That's this guy. Well, listen to a lot of Gucci Mane. So it kind of just fell into place. Yep.
When you're doing it with your team, you're more just there having fun because you guys are just out there having a blast doing a run. So, and if you do good, then you do good. If you don't, that just means you guys weren't exciting enough kind of thing. But I think a lot of people just look at it more from a fun perspective than from a I have to win, I have to be the number one team kind of feel.
You can be almost as competitive as you want as long as you keep in mind that your ultimate goal is to create like really cool moments with everyone that's there. As far as the diversity of styles in drifting, that's definitely part of what appealed to me about drifting in general is like no two cars were the same.
You can enter in different ways, you can rev different ways, you make your car sound different, all sorts of things. And having that uniqueness is what's like very important just because that like portrays your style and that kind of puts that out there. It's no different than your clothes that you wear.
my son. His name's James. He's like my 8th kid. He likes 240s and SRs. Hey son, how's your SR? We're going to Chili's! Yeah! Sweaty right now, it's because you made me sweaty.
Focus. Me and my dad.
No, hey, first dad-son moment. We won. Yeah, I'd like to thank my 9 Staten Island kids for giving me motivation to drive. Yo.
This is so
much better than pro drifting.
It is so much better than pro drifting.
Five total special stage events, and that would all feed into a Final Bout 4 event in September. So we were going to have the West event, Northwest, Central, East, and South events. Obviously, but due to the pandemic, we ended up having to reschedule some things around and move some events and reduce spectators or, you know, do those types of things. We were able to get off our South event as well as our West event, but the West event, we ended up having to reduce spectator count on that one. And then when it came time to do our Central, we ended up having them split out into days, but in the end, it combined to our total Central events. Now, once 2021 came around, we were able to kind of get back to our normal schedule and complete the Northwest event as well as we did an East event.
So it should be a lot of fun, should be a lot of seat time, obviously, especially with the well, there's plenty of seat time for those interviews.
I mean, with this, we do decide who the best team, right, is, and it's straight bragging rights, you know, and we do it, you know, we've got a trophy. It's one trophy, very Stanley Cup-ish, and it's got every event that we've had, every winner, the team that wins it ends up getting to take that home with them.
We're actually getting ready to add a layer to it, which is sick.
We've already finished one layer, so when we get to the next layer, it's gonna be huge by the time we're done.
Proceed. With a capital P, capital T.
Yeah.
Gotta emphasize.
I would say of all of us on the team, Lee is the one that actually wants to be good at drifting.
Second place. Final bout 4. So Icy Boys.
This guy dubs the name Team So Icy Boys, and he got black wheels.
Hate it or love it, dude. Run it up. And your winners, all the way from the state of Washington, Goon Squad.
It was just me and a couple friends, like when we were in high school. We just kind of thought of it and went with it, and then that was before we even were really seriously driving. We were just like a group of kids, really. I'm sorry.
I'm getting emotional. I love this.
It's hard, all right? It's hard.
One part of it, but in terms of how the event went fantastic in terms of the look and the feel of the drivers. From our perspective, the driving, this is the best driving we've had. You know, obviously we're progression, right? But now people are really stepping up their games in terms of driving, and I think overall, like, this was just one very successful event that we've had.
Like, we want to create memories and also cars that create aspiration. I just wanted to like truly inspire people. That's kind of the goal for me.
Yeah, final bout, Bout, you know, all the people that kind of started everything, and just to kind of get everything rolling where we are today.
US Air for letting us drive here.
Yeah, US Air,
their viewpoints with us. We're not too picky on our cars looking perfectly straight. Like they all have their hair on, but we're here to jam. Dude, all our cars are very different.
Yeah, so I'll say.
I think who has the best cars? John.
Mine's probably the most modified, but
we have SR.
Personally, I think the tractor guys are big, just because of Jake and like all the Chicago street style guys.
Proceed has always been like a big one for us.
Team Mouse for me.